The lighting on this video is not going to be great, but what we've got here is a 2003 Mazda 6 with the Duratec V6 in it.
Wait, before we take anything off, should we let them hear the throttle body?
Yeah, like I said, let's
yeah.
This is what it's doing, and these are symptoms of a bad throttle body. It's got very poor acceleration. The throttle has a massive delay, and that started about a year or 2 years ago.
Yeah, like a year and a half, something like that.
But the throttle has severe delay, and it started making this noise.
And it goes into limp mode quite regularly.
Okay. But you'll hear it, the throttle body, it's got a I can't even explain it, but here's what it does.
Ready?
So, it's got this chatter noise. And what we're going to do is we're going to replace it now. This car has a cold air intake on it. So, in most cases, you're going to have a some type of clamp like this. This is, you got your flashlight?
Yeah.
This is using a flathead. So you'll have one right here. We're going to take that off. You've got the actual plug-in, which is back here. It has one easy plug-in on it to unhook it from the actual little computer that controls the drive-by-wire. This has a, looks like a PCV breather valve attached here, and we're not going to have to unhook this because this whole assembly will just sit right down out of the way.
Now, typically on these cars, we've got a coolant line that runs through the throttle body, keeping the throttle plate from seizing in cold weather. Now, we don't live in Alaska, so I went ahead and I bypassed that.
So, you would have one here. Usually I use the pinch clamps, a pair of pliers to take that one off, and I think that there's a return.
It's way under there. We can't quite see it.
But there's two, the top one and there's a lower one for the return. But as you can see, we're not using those, they're capped off. So you'll have to remove those or you can bypass it. The next thing is the 10mm bolts. There's four. You've got one here, one down there, one on the bottom right there, and then a final one right down there below that top one. It's just right down below it, just like this one has that one below it. So there's four in total, and we're gonna go ahead and let me get a flathead, remove this, and then we'll break the bolts loose and swap them out.
Give me a second, I think I have a flathead up here.
All right. And this car has 164,000, and this is on its second engine. But you can see down in there the carburetor on the bottom of the throttle plate. This is probably the original throttle body swapped over from the factory engine.
It is in fact the original.
Yeah.
And you can hear the gears in there.
The other one makes a little noise, but I don't think they're supposed to be quite as loud. I'm pretty sure the chattering is coming from the motor that drives the throttle plate. So we'll get that new one on. But the rest of them are just these 10mm bolts. Like I said, you might can see the bottom one now. Yeah, right there it is. So you just remove all four of those, and then the throttle plate comes off. So let's pull those off. So we picked up our new throttle body from LKQ, and you can see this is the old one still. And there's a lot of gunk inside there. Does the intake look as bad? No, the intake doesn't look too terribly bad. It's got a little bit of crap in it, but there's also apparently a 4-digit code on the back. This one ends with 4E. You can see right there, 3M4E, and this one ends with 4Z. So I'm not sure if this is one of those that has to match entirely. I know the other one came off in 03, and I looked it up online before I bought it, and apparently it should swap okay. We will see. But you can see by this one also came out of a running car, but you can see how much cleaner this one is in general.
Now, Mazda did a recall on the throttle bodies. However, they weren't actually liable to replace the throttle bodies. What they were doing, that's my text tone, sorry. What they were liable to do was to replace this wiring harness here. Now, I don't know if the difference in codes, I mean, I know the throttle body's gonna work.
Right.
I know it'll work. It's a Mazda 6, you know, it's the 3-liter electronic throttle body. Worst case scenario, I'm just gonna have to get a new wiring harness, and Cordova Motorsports sells one of those. I think they're like $34.
All right.
So they also sell optimized throttle bodies, but you know, $400 versus $60 for a junkyard piece, I opted for this.
Right. So, and that gasket doesn't look to be torn anywhere, so it's good to reuse for now.
Yeah.
So let's bolt the new one on and make sure everything fits. All right, so the new throttle body is bolted on.
It's so much prettier.
Yeah, the plug-in went right in there. Like I said, we're gonna leave the coolant lines unhooked.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a little nipple for that and plug that off.
And piping's all back on, so set the terminal on. And there is a relearn process for the throttle body, so when it first starts, the idle will be, as Will said, probably choppy. So it might take it a few minutes of running and maybe even some driving to get it to relearn its full settings. I do believe there's a process you can do to speed it up, but it'll be fine either way. So key in it. Hey, shut it off. Shut it off. Because I'm recording. Well, then leave. I'm recording.
Let's cross our fingers for no noise.
Okay. Alright, so. That sounds a lot better. Oh, battery terminal. Hold on. Yeah. Alright, try that. Much quieter. Terminal. Oh, it's the negative one.
What's the negative doing?
It arced. Okay, try that. Idle's a little low at the moment. Now, as you can probably hear, the car still has a misfire. There's a spark plug and coil pack issue to be resolved, but this is just for the throttle body for now. Just because the throttle, like I said, it wouldn't respond. So, a lot quicker. All right. That sounds a lot better. Like I said, there's still a misfire to the engine. Don't be alarmed. That was there before. We were just trying to take care of this.
After about 15 seconds of running would come back on, but I still don't have one.
No check engine light?
None at all. I mean, it'll probably come back on because I still got that nasty misfire. But
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, there's your throttle body replacement on a 2003 Mazda 6. Hope this helps somebody out there. Thanks for watching. We'll have to get some more videos up of the Mazda 6 later on. All right.